Monday, Tuesdays, Gronk days. Rob Gronkowski on the show, Kevin Durant on the show. FanDuel is filling our lineup day in, day out here on the Up and Down show. We'll get you set for week 6. I'm crying. I have to go to London. I can't believe it's week 6. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Kevin Durant on the show. Will he, won't he? He is playing tonight. He told me. I already tweeted it. Great hanging out with him. He was 4 for 4 on his picks last week on Sunday. Wasn't right about all of them. He will make picks for this week for your FanDuel Sportsbook pleasure. And I will say, Matthew Hamilton, on this Wednesday, like FanDuel is giving us guests. Like they're doing it. Matthew on?
Yeah, I mean, this is as star-studded a lineup as you can possibly get. Very grateful to the overlords here for this one.
We love the overlords for booking our show. We appreciate it. And we love Gronk for coming on the show. We love Kevin for saying, you know what, my first preseason action is going on tonight on something called League Pass. and I learned about something called, you guys will see the interview, 3-on-3 in the park. I thought he meant, just so we're clear, I thought at the end of the interview, he's like, I play in the park. And I thought he was like belittling me and being like, you're not cool enough to talk about video games. I literally went to the park to play basketball. That was wrong?
No. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You get an education every week from Kevin Durant. You learned what a gamer tag is.
He wouldn't give me. It's so funny. You know what's very funny about Kevin Durant? You guys can notice this during the interview. When I ask Kevin something that he's very discerning, he is very perceptive. And if I ask Kevin something that he knows somebody told me to ask him, he knows it. I promise you. I'm not making that up. When I start talking about like NBA 2K, he was like, he knows I'm doing someone else's bidding. And by someone else's, I mean the internet. I tried to do your bid. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like, he just, I'm telling you, he clocks it. He clocks it and he's like, you want to ask me about Amon Thompson? Like, you want to do that? And I'm like, oh yeah, really interested. Anyway, that's what's going on. Kevin Durant, Rob Gronkowski is on the show. We got a big one here. And we've got, you did the Lord's work. I'm going to deliver as I can the Lord's work with Hamilton. Eagles Giants on the show. We had Tom Coughlin, a legend, on the program this week. Apparently, Jalen, AJ, and Saquon allegedly had a 2-hour meeting on Monday to try to work out the issues with this offense. So very interesting to see what is the result of this. Is this good, bad? There's always an argument with the sports media vibes on like, what does this actually mean, former players and the like. So Philly 7.5-point faves in that one. We've got another London game. I will be there in the building for Jets Broncos. I cannot wait. Denver, a 7.5-point fave. And I think we may be bringing you a little boost around the world. Pimping around the world, maybe. Boosting, absolutely. I'm working that out with the FanDuel overlords as we speak. Biggest game this week is Chiefs-Lions. KC, 2.5-point faves at home. Lions missing both starting quarters. Both. They did get an update, though, with Terrion Arnold. He might miss just a few games with that shoulder that he's dealing with. Early reports had him missing the season, which I hated seeing, so I'm very relieved to hear that. So that's what's going on around the league. And let's hit it. Let's get to some underreactions, things that maybe we need to talk about a little more as we flip the page to week 6. And I'm going to start with Daniel Jones because there's this narrative out there, which I appreciate. And Tom Coughlin did not go there yesterday. He did not mention the offensive line, but never. But there's this thing that he's having all of the success in Indy because of this incredible O-line. And they're a great O-line. Daniel would probably want everyone to know that they're great. He's told us that they're fantastic. That's cool. Also not totally true. Okay. There's the perception isn't 100% accurate. So let's nerd out a little bit. Bear with me. Go down the lane of the sick pups and take a look at this. The Colts O-line's been good. They've kept Daniel clean, paving the way for Jonathan Taylor to lead the league in rushing. Yes, they're amazing. But amazing question mark. They're middle of the pack when it comes to giving up pressure. So what does that mean? Daniel's actually been pressured at a higher clip than Stroud this year. And it's all happening quickly. Those opposing pass rushers are getting to DJ at the second fastest clip in the entire league. But if you look at those last two columns, right? Even with all that smoke he's facing, all this pressure I'm talking about, and quick pressure, Daniel's only been sacked 4 times. That is the fewest in the league. And he's second to only Matthew Stafford in passer rating under pressure. So you're saying, Kay, what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that Daniel actually deserves a lot more of this credit when it comes to him being the least sacked quarterback in the NFL and thriving this year. He's getting the ball out. He's using his legs to escape, his athleticism. He's thrived in those moments where things inevitably hit the fan. So we, of course, give credit to Steichen. We give credit to a deep, wonderful group of receivers, to a very unselfish group, I think, altogether. But this, what I just showed you, we cannot deny that that completely flies in the face of everything that the lazy narrative writers, I'm among them sometimes, try to say, which is that it's the O-line. It's the O-line. Indiana Jones didn't have an O-line, just saying. He had a whip and a barrel of snakes somewhere. Okay, we'll see if Daniel Jones can get the Colts to 5-1 Sunday against the Cardinals. Love that. Okay, the next thing we are underreacting to as a sports society is the Washington Commanders run game. Number 1 in the league right now. Let's give it a little love. They trade away Brian Robinson, which is, I was like, I don't know if I love that. They lose Austin Eckler. He's dealing with an Achilles injury. Yet somehow they're better than they were a year ago. Love to say it. Commanders don't have a single rusher in the top 15, but they still lead the entire league in rushing. They lead the whole game in yards per carry, almost 6 a pop. That's insane. And yards after contact, by the way, importante. They have 4 guys averaging over 30 yards per game on the ground. That doesn't even include Debo, who's crushing it this year, by the way. More on that with Kevin Durant later. I expect the committee approach to sort of continue to some extent, of course, with Jeremy McNichols and Chris Rodriguez in the mix. But these are not the household names. But there's an emerging star there. Emerging star alert. Winds of change in the name of Bill. More on that later. 7th rounder, Ja'Cory Bill Krosky Merritt. Just look what he's doing to this. 150 yards and touchdowns. And by this, I mean the Chargers defense. This is an incredible performance. This is against Jesse Minter, okay? This is better than Derrick Henry did, better than Bajan, better than anybody. Wait till you hear what KD has to say in just a little. And once Terry gets back in the mix, which, optimism alert, feels like it'll happen this weekend. Cowboys have the number 1 offense right now in the NFL, I believe, still, right now. I think the Commanders are going to overtake them. I don't know how you stop this group when they're all healthy. Okay, lastly, I think we're, as a sports society, underacting to the instinctual ball hawk game breaking Kirby Joseph. Okay, this line safety, pick after pick after pick last year, he had 9. Okay, I forget who told me that he had 3 this season. And I was like, he does? I forgot. Maybe Chris Harris might have told me that. I was like, oh, he has 3. He's racking these things up at a historic rate, like blink of an eye. Not hyperbole, by the way. Dig some digging. By me, I mean Sick Pup Hamilton. And here's what's crazy. Since 1980, no one in the NFL has racked up picks at a higher rate than Kirby Joseph. Look at the list of guys he's ahead of. Ed Reed, gold standard. Kenny Easley, Hall of Famer. Ronnie Lott, 4-time Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer. These are the names you literally, as a child in the Spider-Man PJs, are dreaming about being mentioned with as a safety. Okay, you're looking at your nightlight, the stars on your seal, whatever it is. That's who you want to be in the mix with, and he is. And the Lions might need him to step it up even more this Sunday. He's got both corners out. Like I told you guys about Tyrion Arnold already, but it's Mahomes. It's a Chiefs offense that is explosive. You could say they lost, that's fine, but you can't say they're not explosive and incoming with more explosion as the weeks go on. I do think, and I said this yesterday, that Detroit's playing the best ball out of anyone right now. So this will be an incredible test. Chiefs Lions, can't wait to see it. And then we've got Rob Gronkowski on after this break. So we're going to take a short break. Hopefully we have Gronk on. If not, we can just talk, you and me. Okay. No problem. Who was it that told me that he had 3? And I was like, he does.
It was Chris Harris, I think.
Chris Harris, yeah. What's going on? Overlords boost?
Overlords, we're getting some boosts. We're doing that. We got another $2 million touchdown jackpot for tonight.
Who would
Always
I
exciting.
For anytime touchdown for Jets Broncos? Ooh.
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah? What are his odds right
Cortland.
now? What are his odds
Let's
right
see.
now?
Let's take a look. Can't believe Brees hasn't scored yet as good as he's been this year, by the way, on the other side of it. But JK is minus 130.
JK's
Portland
minus
plus
30.
125.
Mm.
Yeah. And Brees is plus 170.
Mm.
I like an RJ Harvey plus 175.
I was going to ask you Harvey's. I don't know.
If we're going by the past Sean Payton usage of his rookie running backs thing, it was a London game where Kamara got a lot of his usage too and scored a touchdown. So
yeah, that's fair. I think I left my makeup bag in Montecito, and then I don't want makeup because I just couldn't sit through it today. I'm like running around because it takes like an hour, whatever. And then I just didn't have a makeup bag, so I look like what I look like today. I couldn't. I don't know. I think I must have left it, and that's a freaking hotel. Can you imagine if there was like a room full of things that I've left places? Like if I could walk into, I've often thought about that. Wouldn't it be so cool? Think about like all the things you've lost in your life, like that set of keys, or like maybe people don't lose things, but like to walk in and like how much money would be in there? Like how much, like what would that room be full of? All the like artifacts of things you've lost along the way.
No.
I'd have
Especially
a set of
for you.
Yeah. College years, yeah. Not now, but college for sure. I would have lost everything. I feel like every set of keys, every time. What else is on me? Okay, what else is heating up here? What's the story of the day?
Still a lot of Flacco talk.
Yeah, interesting.
The Bengals, it looks like getting Lucas Patrick back to help that offensive line out. I just saw came through.
Okay, the Terran Arnold news is good.
Yeah. Oh, and the Colts signing Jermaine Pratt, who just got released by the Raiders this week. So he's back with Coach Lou.
Oh,
that's
I
fun.
have to talk to Coach Lou. Oh my gosh, you just reminded me.
Oh, yeah. Gronk's just got teed up now. Yeah, he's out of here. That's it. 2 technicals and he's done. Matt Ruckeson, the official, right in his face telling him, you got to get to the locker room. So
Rocky Gronkstone,
yes.
The one and only. It's a pleasure, an honor, a dream.
Yes, it sure is, Kay. I can tell you that. And Rocky Gronkstone, I got to say, he has to work on his shooting because Rob Gronkowski's shooting, he's a great 3-point shooter. He actually beat Shaq one-on-one before in a pig contest, in a horse contest when we were on a live stream before. But Rocky Gronkstone, he went 0 for 3. His first shot was an air ball by 3 feet, which was pretty brutal, and then he bricked the other 2. He's got to work on his shooting abilities, that's for sure.
His spike looks like he's gotten tips from Gronk, though. That spike was pretty good.
Well, when you got Gronk and you got Gronkstone in your last name, your spikes are always going to be great. Always going to have a lot of power behind it. Hey, stop showing that 3-pointer. Look at that.
Who came up with this idea? Tell me that I need the backstory.
All right, here's the backstory. So Coach Tommy Lloyd, great guy. I've known him for a couple of years. He's done a great job with that program. The direction of it, the University of Arizona basketball program has been phenomenal. He has them in the top 10 every single year. Hopefully they win the national championship this year. Been friends with him for a while, and he sent me a text message the other week, like 10 days ago. Hey, Gronk, I got a great idea. You're going to be Rocky Gronkstone out of the Buffalo State Penitentiary. You're getting right out of jail. You just came out of the transfer portal, and we're going to have you dress up like you're Chad Powers, and we're going to have you playing the basketball game before it even starts, so no one knows it's you. And I don't even answer him. And then we started talking about something else as well. And I didn't think it was going to be any backstone to it actually happening. So then I get there. And I knew I was judging the dunk contest. So I got there a minute before the dunk contest. Hurry up and judge the dunk contest. It was on the fly as well that I participated in. I jumped over the little Range Rover. And then he came up to me right before halftime. Yo, we need you to dress up. Come on. Are you feeling it? And I was like, all right, let's do it. I'm feeling it now. I had a couple dunks. There we go. That dunk right there. And then I went back in the halftime, put the prosthetics on, put the hair on, put the stash on, and came out for halftime. And let me tell you, it was a great idea. Coach Tommy Lloyd, he's creative, he's fun, and he gets these guys going over at that program.
Now, Is Peyton Manning and Omaha and Jamie Horowitz, are they gonna sue you?
No, they
I
shall
wonder.
not, because
Yeah, they shall
I
not.
wasn't Rocky Powers.
Right.
I was Rocky Gronkstone.
Well, just because you said Chad Powers, you were Rocky Gronkstone. I agree. I'm on your side. Depot me.
He was just
side.
comparing it. Tommy Lloyd was just comparing it to Chad Powers.
You really sold this well to me last week because we showed you these. I'm always on to you, but like I'm always right on to you, Gronk. And then you were running sprints. I'm like, why is it you running sprints? But because you were like, nothing active's going on. You were preparing for this insane weekend.
I actually was. So I knew if I could run sprints, I always come up with something. I'm always creative with my training, and I can get back into the groove. If you ask Tom, one time we didn't throw for like 3 months in an off season, and I showed up and he's like, how are you gonna get prepared? I go, Tom, I just need one throwing session and I can transform my whole entire body and be ready to go 2 more days after that. And I did it in front of his eyes before in a week, and he was like, that's freaking incredible. I don't know how you did that. And you got to ask Tom the story. Like, it's mind blowing because he's working out every single day and doing body work every day, and I just show up out of nowhere, haven't trained forever, and get in shape just like that. But I knew that if I ran a couple full speed sprints, that was going to be able to bring back all my athletic ability, not to the highest level. If I did it for a couple more weeks, it would be really to the T of where I need to be. But just a couple full speed sprints always gets me to where I need to get to, no matter what sport I'm going to be playing. So you're right, Kay. You're onto my antics. It got me ready.
Right. You crushed. Shaq was there, which you did tell us about here on the Up and Adams show. What did he say to you after that dunk?
Actually, Shaq and his kids, he had a couple of his sons there, and they came up to me after, like, yo, Gronk, we didn't think yet you could jump like that, man. Like, you got some hops, bro. And I was like, Shaq, I already whooped your butt in a horse competition 3 years ago when I absolutely dominated him. He's like, yo, man, I got to give you props, dude. You can hop. You can hop. And I was like, yeah, that's right, baby. I'm the Gronkster. I always got the hops.
You do have the hops. And so in honor of that, and in honor of Arizona and the Red Blue Showcase, let's play a little game. I'm going to give you a statement. You're going to tell me if it's a good call or an air ball, and we're going to have a little fun with you here. We saw your three-pointer. You have seen it at the Red Blue game. So good call or air ball? The Jags are a bigger threat in the AFC than the Colts.
Oh, that's an air ball. I really like the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know if the Jags are for real yet, and that's going to be a true test this week. They got a tough game. Who are they playing again? The Jags are playing someone tough this week. Yeah, the Seahawks. That's the true test for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I think it's an air ball here. I think the Indianapolis Colts, with Daniel Jones resurrecting his career, with Jonathan Taylor at the running back position too. They got such a run game to balance it out. Solid defense. I think the Colts are the real deal in this division.
Jags 1.5-point faves at home against the Seahawks. Who you got?
So I'm going with, I really like the Seahawks. That game last week versus the Bucs was a phenomenal game, one of the best on television. But I'm going with the Seahawks here. Like I said, I don't know if the Jags are for real yet. I'm going with the Seahawks. They're very, solid football team, and they're putting together every week. Yes, they lost last week, but they put it together still, and they put up a lot of points.
Good call or air ball? Baker Mayfield, the MVP of the league through the first 5 weeks. MVP, most valuable player to their team.
Okay, I was like, you can't do air ball or good call on MVP of the league. I mean, that's going to be a tough one to play because, but I would say good call as the MVP of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hands down. I mean, what he's doing.
No. Time out. Not what I'm saying. I'm saying the most value, like I made the case that he's, do we have the MVP odds? Sorry to interrupt you, Gronk. Do we have the MVP odds? I think just by my definition of like the most valuable player to their league, like through 5 weeks, what he does for them tonally as a leader, these fourth quarter comebacks, he has 4, Gronk. Like, I don't know that you could name another player. I guess Josh, that has the more impactful on their squad or more impactful for their team's success than him.
Yes. All right. So through 5 weeks, I know what you're talking about now. Okay. I would say this is a great call. By no means is this going to be an air ball. Like, this ain't Rocky Gronkstone shooting his first 3-pointer now. Baker Mayfield, what he has done for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's loved in that organization. But also, like, he brings some sense of aura, some sense of juice to the table that elevates everyone else's play. And I think that's his number one special trait that he has. You know, yes, he's playing great ball, but when you can elevate people around you, that's what makes you great. And that's what he's been doing. And that's why these Buccaneers have been phenomenal. And that's why everyone else around them stepping up their play. And Emeka as well. I mean, you just don't have any rookies come in and just dominate like that unless if they feel comfortable, especially around the quarterback.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of that, you came on our show, okay, last week. And I do think we're like a little warm up for you. We're a sprint for you for Fox. You know, Fox, big time. You come on our show, you're sprinting through the forest trying to get ready. You came on our show and you said this. Can we have it? Can we show it?
I'm going to go with, I've been saying Egbuka the whole time I was on Fox for the first 2 weeks, but now everyone told me the G is silent. So Emeka Egbuka, I'm taking out that G. So I got his name down now.
I'm like, yes, Gronk's got it. He's the best receiver. I fell in love with Emeka Egbuka. He's been on the show. And then I'm watching, I'm like supporting the Gronk mogul franchise, and I'm watching Fox, and I hear this.
You got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, going for over 100 yards. Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, dang, it was bad. It was a brain fart. I was there. It was a long day. I was there for 11 hours. I was giving so many great takes, and then all of a sudden, I just took a dump in the bed out of nowhere. But Emeka Egbuka. But give it to my credit, Emeka Egbuka. But to my credit, here we go, okay? My brother Glenn texted me. I go, Big Boo, I know that name.
Big Boo is crazy.
But I know that name. I go, why is that name stuck in my head? It was, after a long day, I was a little tired. I go, why did that come up? Well, my little brother Glenn texted me. He goes, hey, Rob, were you thinking of Chi Big Boo? And I was like, yeah. I was actually. So we played with him in high school. That was his name. So I got their names confused there. So in honor,
it was so funny, and it went viral. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, you had it. You had the geosilent, like you done your work, like because you prepare, you really work your ass off. It's so funny, but of course, it's like a fun moment to embrace, and it went viral, and that was great. I love how everybody immediately was like Gronk. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was too good. Okay, Bucks 3-point faves at home against the Niners. Who you got?
I'm going with the Bucks. I mean, I just love the way they're playing. They're playing like with a mentality that you want to see a football team play with. They want to win. They want to be out there. San Fran, they're beat up. They kind of got a lucky streak going right now. You got to give credit to Mac Jones. I mean, you've seen all these quarterbacks that get a second chance. These first-round quarterbacks, they don't really work out with their team, and then they get a second chance, and they take advantage of it. And one of them is Baker Mayfield. And now we got Mac Jones doing it. But just the way the Bucs are playing, I love their style. I'm taking the Buccaneers. I think they're going to, put some work in.
I wonder what's going to stop them, because the other case I had, even for Baker, by the way, moved, if you guys play on FanDuel Sportsbook, and you should, as part of the FanDuel family here, Baker moved to third in odds at MVP. He was fifth on Monday. So he moved over and he leaped over Jordan Love and Jared Goff. These are the winds have changed on the Sportsbook. It's windy in here. It changed. He moves up to third. They didn't have Wirfs. Their running backs are banged up. Mike Evans, his 1,000-yard receiver over and over. I think I'm going to be right. I think this team's going to go to the NFC Championship game. I think I'm right.
Yes, I really can't argue versus UK. I think you're right as well. I mean, I really love what they're doing. And yes, wait till Tristan Wirfs comes back, Mike Evans. I would say the only way the Buccaneers can tank is if they start playing football, they start trying to get too cute. Like they start playing too much street ball. Baker Mayfield can definitely get into that. Into that category of street ball and really not play football. And if he does too much of that, that's the only way I see the Buccaneers, tanking, is because when you start playing a lot of street ball, and I wouldn't say tanking, but, not really produce how they should be producing. Because once you play a lot of street ball, that's when the turnover rate, the percentage of turnovers goes up big time. So hopefully they just stick to their game plans. A little street ball is fine when you need it, but, stick to what they know and what they need to do.
Who's playing the best ball right now? I would say Bucks are really good, but not better than the Lions. The Lions can stop. They're so freaking good. And it's the same sort of thing. What's impressive to me, like the Lions doing this without their OC, the Bucks I feel like we're not saying, like, you see how good Liam Cohen is. Look what he's doing to the Jags. The Bucs say bye to Liam Cohen, and this Grizzard guy has them exactly where they need to be. It's so super impressive on both sides. Josh Grizzard. Let's take a look at what are we winning? Accidental winds of change. That's okay. Let's send it to the Super Bowl odds. You never know when those FanDuel Sportsbook winds of change. Something's changing over there somewhere. So go check it out. Do we have this right? Do you like how this is looking? When I show you the current odds going into already week 6, what pops out to you? What's right? What's wrong?
Oh, well, what pops out to me is why are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not on there? I mean, they're playing phenomenal football right now. They're one of the best teams in the league, and they're not even here as.
Where would you put them?
I would put them at like right in the middle between probably Detroit and Green Bay as of right now. I would also take off Kansas City as of right now, just the way they've been playing. They're not that great of a football team. I feel like they can still turn it around. There's still plenty of season left with Patrick Mahomes there at the quarterback position. And the Baltimore Ravens as well. They're in the top 7 as a Super Bowl, favorite. That's crazy. I mean, the Ravens, they're tanking big time, but they do have a lot of guys out. They sure do. But
yeah,
still,
but then you can't be 1-4 and be favored to win the Super Bowl. Do you know where the Bucs are? You're gonna hate this. They're 14th.
Yeah. Well, you know what that means, Kay? That means put some money on the Buccaneers if you want to win big.
That's go. What it means. I love that. You mentioned the Chiefs. The Chiefs. Okay, let's see. Good caller, airball. The Chiefs take the West. They got the Lions Sunday Night Football, bro. Crazy.
Yes, but the Chargers now, they lost to Denver, has some losses. The Raiders, they're not even in the picture.
I know. So, the division did nothing with this time. Nothing.
Yes, they didn't. Like, they could finally take advantage of the Kansas City Chiefs losing games, and now they're all losing games. Like, the Chargers could have really put themselves ahead of everyone, and then they decided to lose too. But they're all banged up as well. Yeah. I would say this is, as of right now, because of what history states, I would say this is a good call. Just because the other teams cannot take advantage of where Kansas City is right now. If the Denver Broncos or the Chargers were 4-1, if one of them was 4-1, I would say this would be an air ball. But with everyone just being super close,
to the Lions, are they not cooked? Gronk, I guess not.
I wouldn't say cooked yet. The Detroit Lions are one of the best teams in the league. I would say, if they lose to the Lions and then don't turn it around from there, then they're cooked. They're not cooked. Yeah. The frying pan is getting warmed up right now. It's heating up. We just put the cooking oil on it. It's not bubbling yet, and it's going to start bubbling big time if they lose to the Lions. And then it's either that bubbling is going to start splatting all over the place. And when you get burned, on cooking oil and you start flipping out and it hurts. Yeah, that's not going to be a good situation. That's what's going to happen to the Chiefs if they lose to the Lions, then lose another game after that.
In FanDuel Sportsbook terms, Chiefs 2.5-point faves. They are at home against the Lions. Who wins that one?
Oh my gosh, they're favorites?
Yeah, weird.
Versus the Lions? I'm going Detroit Lions all day long. Yeah, I'm definitely am. I mean, the Lions offense is unstoppable right now. I don't know what happened in week 1 versus the Packers. I didn't even see that game, but it was definitely a fluke of a game. I'm going with the Lions. No one can stop them. Once someone stops them and proves me that they can, then I will pick against the Lions. I still got them as winning the Super Bowl. That's who I picked at the beginning of the year to win it all. They're healthy right now as well. On offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball. And I said that's what killed the Lions last year, too. Why they didn't win it all or get to the Super Bowl was because they had like 10 guys decimated.
I think I know what's going on. I think I know. Well, Harrison just reminded me. We talked about it to start. Arnold's out. They're both their corners are out. So they're going to get smoked by. And last week, even though they lost against the Jags, Patrick was throwing it. They were explosive last week. So they're going to, both of these corners are out, says Harrison. Harrison, did that make the winds of change for this line?
All right, both corners are out for the Lions?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
I'm waiting for official word from the overlords on how much exactly it affected the spread. But yeah, with the Chiefs being at home and those corners being out, definitely had an impact.
You're still taking the Lions?
I don't care. I'm still going with the Lions. Their offense is too powerful. They're going to put up 35-plus points. And when you put up 35-plus points, you're going to win an NFL game majority of the time.
Hamilton, stick around here. We've got Bengals. Is it good call or air ball, Gronk? The Bengals have a better shot at an upset week 6 than the Ravens. Cincinnati, 14.5-point underdog against the Packers. The Ravens, 7.5-point dogs to the Rams at home.
I think this is a good call. Yes. They just traded for Joe Flacco.
This is a complicated question. I can't even. Yeah. So the Bengals have a better shot at an upset week 6.
Yes. Yes, they do. They just traded for Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase. I absolutely love that animal. He's just one of the most powerful wide receivers out there. And I was saying the other day to Julian that guy's a 14-point swing in games. And eventually, if Joe Flacco is the starter this week and he just gives them a boost at all, I think they can take down the Ravens. Wait, you had it up there.
I know we gave you, honestly, here's what happened.
That was a little confusing.
No, we were in the morning meeting and I was running around and I was going to literally tell Chris, it's too complicated of a question. I don't need, why do we have to compare two things? Just ask him straight up if they'll beat the Packers. And we made it too complicated and it doesn't make any sense. You're right. We're wrong. We're going to go to break. I do have to ask you. And this is why you should subscribe to the YouTube. You've all been waiting for.
I'm still going with the Bengals.
Got it. Bengals win on that one. Week 6 is almost here. I want to ask you about Drake May in the YouTube break. Unbelievable. We did that. I knew that was going to freaking happen. I knew that was going to happen because it's just too complex. I don't know. I've said this before. I don't know why we give you 2 layers of things to pick between. It doesn't make sense. Just give me your picks.
And every time you have 2 teams next to each other like that, it's always because they're facing each other.
100%. It's our bad. Okay. I want to ask you about Drake. I mean, are you in on Drake May? Did you watch that? Get to watch that one or no? Probably not. Yes.
Yeah, I watched it. I really love Drake May. Just the way that he managed the game, was spectacular. And like I said, Josh McDaniels, that's why I was voting, that's why I was,
you were high on
Josh McDaniels' side to have him become the offensive coordinator for the Patriots in the offseason, because I knew what Josh McDaniels brings to the table, especially, mentoring Tom Brady throughout all those years as well. And the way that Drake May has improved and able to read defenses from his rookie year to his second year, has just been a very much impact, for the whole entire team and for himself as well.
We're thinking about, he finally got to do this. It was his first primetime game, doing it, of course, against Josh Allen. That's huge. It's like a moment. Like he, as someone would say, he is the moment. So when you think about the draft class, right? 2024, I'm going to show you these guys, the Caleb Williams, of course, taken to the Bears, Jaden Daniels, all of that. What are the chances, Gronk, that Drake May ends up being the most successful quarterback among the 2024 draft class?
I mean, as of right now, it's leaning that way. And I love Drake May as the quarterback, as the best quarterback in this draft class, because he's kind of more of the best pocket presence quarterback there is, and I think that's what makes such a great quarterback in the NFL. You got to have true pocket presence, and Drake May brings that to the table better than all those quarterbacks right there. He might not be the most mobile out of all of them, but he's very mobile as well. He's very athletic too. And the way that he rolls out to the right and how accurate that he is when he's on the run to his right. If I was a team, I would try to force him to the left because no one's seen him go to the left yet. But when he rolls out to the right and he's able to release that pass, it's pretty phenomenal what he can do and how accurate he is.
Tell me more about that go to the left business. What do you mean?
I mean, I've never seen him go to the left. When he's in the pocket, he's got great pocket presence. He's very accurate as well out of the pocket. When he rolls to the right, very accurate as well. He can see the field better than basically any other quarterback when rolling to the right, and he can put it right on the money. You saw that pass to Stephon Diggs, that deep one as well. There's a couple of other ones, but he's never rolled to his left before. So with me watching, I never seen him roll to his left. So if I'm a team, I would kind of bring more of a pass rush off of the right so he can not get out, when he scrambles to that side, and force him to go left and see what he can do, because the way to turn your body, it's totally different mechanics when you're rolling out to your left and to your right. So if I was a team, I would force him to go that way to see what he brings to the table then.
Harrison, get in here. Does Gronk hate the Patriots? Like, what do we do? What are we doing here? I don't even know who the Pats play this week. I'm sure you do. Like,
no, I
why
don't
are
hate
we,
the Patriots.
why
I
are we
love the
trying to help
Patriots.
who do the Pats have, Hammy?
The
Saints.
Patriots have the Saints. Yep.
I'm
Ham,
just
have you
saying
ever
he's
seen him?
so good. He's so good at rolling out to his right that I'm just saying I want to see him go to his left now.
I bet you
I just want to see him go
Hamilton
to his left.
I bet you Hamilton has something in this freaking thing right here. Tell me I'm wrong. I know you very well. Has he ever gone left?
So there haven't been as many standout ones in the NFL with him going left, but when I think back to UNC, there was a play where he's going to his left. He actually throws a touchdown pass, left-handed, going to his left at UNC, which was an insane highlight.
We'll have
But
to
we still
find
need to
that.
see a right hand.
Well, that was the last
Out of
highlight.
the bag every play.
No, Gronk,
And that
this
was
is
the
a
last
great
highlight
point.
UNC has had.
Yeah.
No. What did you make of? Did you see that they didn't tweet anything about him?
Okay, I didn't see any of this. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was Petty Murphy. It was
I
Petty
don't
Murphy.
know. I haven't been on Twitter in 2 days now. I didn't see. I haven't seen anything.
Of course not. Of course not. That was a great little nugget by you. By the way, Bills. Hey, can you help me, Hammy, with what the East? Take us through the AFC East. Do we have that board?
The AFC East odds? Yeah, let's pull it up.
Let's have Gronk tell us about this. What do you got, Ham?
Yeah, so the Bills are still the favorites at -425, but the Patriots are +350 now, right behind them. The Bills were -2,000 to win the AFC East before that Sunday night game.
Would you take that?
Yeah, I would definitely take that. I believe Buffalo will still walk away with this division. They'll win the division. I mean, they're solid. And every year, if you actually look at Buffalo throughout the regular season, they do tank a couple games, even though New England played lights out. And New England won the game, like no doubt about it. It wasn't like it was handed to them. Also, what I really liked what New England did was that they made Buffalo earn all their yards. It's not like they gave up chunk plays. And I would say that's the reason, number one reason why the Patriots won that game. But still, overall, the Bills are going to win the division. And I said at the beginning of the year, I truly think New England sneaks into the playoffs as a wild card. And that just brought a lot more hope to me that I'm going to be right after the last 2 weeks after the win versus Carolina and now Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. And then the Dolphins and Jets, they're just demolished. They're nowhere to be found.
What are the odds, Hammy, on Pats to playoffs?
Last I saw, they were -210 to make the playoffs, so they are pretty decent favorites to get into the playoffs.
So we're going Bucks NFC Championship game. We're going to go Pats playoffs. That's what I learned here with Gronk, and he can dunk, and he's got a Rocky Gronk stone to talk about. Okay, should we dabble in a little proper shot, Hamilton? Harrison, go away.
Well, let's do it. All right. So we have some big winds of change here in Prop Shot. Okay, you went 1 for 3 last week. Gronk nailed all 3. So we are tied up 8-8.
Yeah, I was handed some easy ones. Kay even agreed last week, like, oh, Rob's gonna win all 3, and I sure did. We already knew that from the beginning.
Well, I need to make the rules here, so
I don't think we've ever been tied. I'm not comfortable. Continue.
It's okay because you complained about it last week. We're going to start with you this week. Jalen Hurts' line for passing yards is set at 196.5. So you going over or under that?
Ooh, 196.5. I'm going to go over. I don't think you have a 2-hour meeting with your star players and come out and throw for under 200 yards against the Giants. Over.
All right, Gronk, your turn. Jackson Dart's line for passing touchdowns is set at just 0.5. So does he throw a touchdown or not in this one?
Yes. You're starting quarterback in the NFL. You got to throw at least one touchdown pass.
I mean, BS
the chances
right
are
here.
high. I don't think he threw for one last week, did he? So, or he might have, but he didn't have that great of a game. He has to at least throw for one touchdown pass this game.
Hamilton,
I'm going over.
I want to remind you, Hamilton, about the integrity of the game. The integrity of Prop Shot, okay? The storied history of not giving gimmies to Gronk Stone over there.
The storied history is I make the rules.
Jackson Dart. Hey, Hamilton, if he throws for one touchdown pass, I will get him a reservation at Fort Charles in New York City.
This is such bull.
Yeah,
bull.
I got some pull there. I got
Does
some
Harrison
pull.
get to go?
I know
He's in New York.
Eli Manning
What
for
about
reservation.
Harrison?
I got pull.
Harrison needs that resi for these lobs. Go on.
Yeah.
It's Hamilton.
All right, okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. AJ Brown's line for receiving yards.
Go ahead. Sorry.
AJ Brown's line for receiving yards, 64.5. He hit that just once this year. Does it happen again against the Giants?
Yeah, perfect pairing for yeah, that sounds good. AJ Brown, what is it, 64? I couldn't hear. I'm so sorry. 64. Yeah.
64.5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great for Jalen. I love that. They're going to go together. But I would not be surprised if he puts up over 100 yards. It's time for AJ to make his impact. I'm going to go over. Manifesting.
It is time.
All right, Gronk. Back to you. Saquon's line for rushing yards set at 85.5. Does he go over or under that?
I'm going over. He's facing his former team. He dominated them last year. And Saquon hasn't had a big game yet, just like A.J. Brown needing to go off. That was a great choice. I think they're going to dominate in the passing game and run game. The Eagles need to do that, and that loss last week is finally going to spark them to do that.
All right, okay, you're up one. Anytime touchdown scorer for the Giants.
Don't you great choice me, Gronk. Don't you try to play nice and like, oh, we're good. Like, get out if you're with that. Anytime touchdown scorer. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine Cam Scatterbo playing on the same team as Gronk or in the same generation or time? Can you imagine those two going to the club together and what that would look like? I'm going to go with Cam. He's got 2 so far this year. He'll bounce off someone, ricochet like a pinball machine into the end zone from the Giants in this one. And if somebody's got to score, it's got to be him.
All right, Gronk, one anytime touchdown scorer for the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh my gosh.
Easiest pie.
I'm gonna my man battleship.
Push on the 1 yard line. Count it.
I cannot get behind in prop a shot. Gronk, you're the best. Here's your picks. Here's mine. Mine are Jalen Hurts over the line on FanDuel Sportsbook, 196.5 passing. AJ Brown over 64.5 receiving. I think he could have a 100-yard game. And Cam Scatterbo, anytime touchdown. Gronk said Jackson Dart, 1 or more touchdown passes thrown. Easy peasy, so annoying. Saquon over 85.5 rushing yards, and Jalen gets into the end zone. Those are our prop a shot picks. Make a parlay, do whatever you want. Gronk, you're the best. See you later. Good luck on Fox.
Hey, remember when I was at my friend's house and his jersey was up on the wall?
Yeah.
I'm with him right now. He still thinks you're cute. Yeah, he check
You're
him out.
cute.
Say hi. No, hi. Yeah.
Love you. Kisses, leeches. Love you. Bye. Okay, FanDuel Sportsbook has another $2 million Thursday touchdown jackpot going for this game. All you got to do is pick an anytime touchdown score. And if your touchdown scores, the choice for your touchdown has the first or the last touchdown, you win a share of the $2 million pot. We love it. It's going great with that. We'll be back after this with the one and only Kevin Durant. Hello, Mr. 4 for 4 with your Sunday FanDuel picks. What's happening here?
That's why you should trust in me on Sundays.
Well, we'll get there. I want to get your picks. I know you have a preseason game tomorrow. Will I see Kevin Durant? Do I need to download League Pass? How am I going to watch this? Are you playing?
Yeah, I am. And I don't know how long though, because it's preseason, how long I'll play, but
what is success for you with that?
Just get some good run up and down the floor, just to get your win right. It's a different feel when you're underneath the lights and the whistle and the real game, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get that conditioning back. So, just check the boxes a little bit, not look for no wins or losses, just try to maintain and keep staying in shape.
Commanders win. Insane game here.
That was a huge game. Man.
What's your takeaway?
I love how poised we were on defense. Told you about that rookie. At running back, we trusting in our guys, you know what I'm saying? We got some injuries. You traded Brian Robinson, so we need somebody to fill that spot. And the youngster came in there and did his thing. I just think it was a great team win. Jaden came back, played in front of his hometown, was able to give us some energy from that too, So we needed everything for that game, man. We was that was one of those moments where we could have trended in either direction. So it's a good step in the right direction.
Against your Super Bowl pick with the AFC, the Chargers, you're talking about Krosky Merritt. He calls himself Bill, I think.
Bill?
Yeah, that's what he calls himself. 2 touchdowns against the Chargers, leading the league leading the league in yards per carry. Kevin Durant, make his day. Tell him what a good job he did. He's gonna.
He out there showing up, doing his thing. making a name for himself. I love that he's so shifty too. It's like hard to tackle him. Like some of my favorite running backs are like Bijan and Jameer and Saquon, and some plays he would give me a glimpse of them, when he's moving out there, So hopefully keep building on it because next week we're gonna need him even more, and the rest of the season we're gonna need him.
I heard Terry might be coming back.
Can't wait for that. So we add Terry to what we're doing. That's a good momentum builder, bringing one of our leaders back to the fold, So we're gonna see, man. I like what we're doing.
They've got a Monday nighter against the Bears, which is interesting. Are you worried about the defense like everybody else is, or is the offense going to be so good that it's not going to matter?
Yeah, I mean, you always worry about both sides of the ball, as a fan, But I'm sure, those guys are well coached. They scout very well. Their opponents, they scheme very well. So I think they're gonna be up for this game. I think winning in LA, like I said, gave us some momentum, and we're gonna step into this week with a lot of focus on the game plan against the Bears.
I really like seeing the pass rush get going. Like Von Miller looked good. That was nice to see. I think that'll be important against Caleb. That's probably what I'll be looking at.
Yeah, most definitely. They've been struggling with pressure too. So hopefully we get a couple turnovers to get some defensive scores, make our offense a little easier.
Big news right now in the NFL. I know you like Joe Flacco. I remember you telling me this last year. Bengals just traded for him in the division. He's played for 3 teams in the division now. I know that he can hoop. What does this do for the Bengals, you think?
I want the Bengals to do well, obviously, because Joe and Jamar, those are my dude, and T. Higgins, those are my guys. But I like Jake Browning too. So I met Jake Browning through Joe. So we hung out a couple times. So I got to know him a bit as well. So I liked when he came out and balled out when Joe got injured a couple years ago. So I wonder what that means for him.
Where are you hanging out with Jake Browning and Joe Burrow? Are you guys reading a book, playing chess, going to the club? What is happening?
Dinner. We watched the UFC fight one night.
Got it. I guess that works.
So we got tight there.
You want Flacco to do well. I mean, you tweeted a year ago.
I love Flacco. I love
Flacco anywhere, and he's gonna hoop.
I'm an old guy in my league, so I'm always rooting for the older guys to keep going. So hopefully they figure it out in Cincinnati. But you got 2 solid quarterbacks to fill the void for Joe. You know what I'm saying? You got Flacco and you got Browning, so it's not a bad problem to have. So hopefully they figure it out.
Who's the Joe Flacco of the NBA? Was all over my Twitter today. Who do you think?
Al Horford, maybe. Won a championship. Still can play. Still can start in the NBA. Very well respected amongst everybody in the league. Just a great veteran presence. Played on multiple teams. Yeah, I would say Al Horford.
On the other side, when the Browns lose Flacco, so now Shador is number 2. Do you want to see him start? Like, what do you make of this entire experience?
Well, I just want to see. I'm glad he's in the league, developing, getting reps every day with the team. Just practicing every day. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want from any rookie. And when he gets his number called, and that's pro sports. Your number will get called. You'll get opportunity to play. Once that happens, he'll be ready. Until then, just keep being a pro every day. That's what I see from him. And the media and the circus around him, that is what it is because of his last name and how he came into the league and just who he is. But he seemed to be navigating that pretty well. He seemed to be getting better. People, he moved up to second in the depth chart, so that means something. So he's progressing. So that's a step in the right direction.
There's some teams out there that really need to turn it around. Your Bengals, my Bengals, one of them. Texans, your Falcons. The Chiefs, always scary. Cardinals, Cowboys, Bears, Panthers are all 2-2, 2-3 teams. Who's a team out of those that you have the most confidence that are going to turn it around to be a player?
I hate to say this because they're a rival and I don't like them at all, but I always respect the game. The Cowboys are a team that's better than their record and is better than some of the outcomes this year. Tied, he's supposed to win that game. Losing to the Bears. I just think they're better than what they've shown. And I say the Falcons is one of those teams too. Although they're a younger team, but I feel like midway through the season, they'll catch their stride and figure out what it takes to kind of just win a division, to be honest, because that division seems like it's always wide open every year. Even though Tampa Bay has been dominant, I feel like they got enough talent to match what Tampa Bay can do.
That's my Super Bowl team.
Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
In the NFC? Over the Eagles?
Yeah.
And the Rams?
Yeah.
49ers too?
Yeah.
That's bold. I love Baker too.
Fourth quarter comebacks is crazy. Nothing
Baker
gets down. He's dialed in. Emeka Egbuka might be the best receiver in the league.
No, he's balling. He's balling.
They have their run game's fine. Their defense needs to pick it up a little bit.
We need Bucky to get back, and then I might think about that.
Kevin, you speak very highly about the Cowboys for somebody who doesn't like the Cowboys.
No, I respect Jerry Jones can get talent in there. I respect how Dak has improved and where he's come from since Mississippi State into what he is now. CeeDee Lamb is like my dog. Like, I love that he wear 80. I just love those players and how they progressed. Although I don't like the shield, but the players themselves. Diggs as well. He's from the same area. So I like I told you, I'm in the players more so than anything. And I seen how a lot of those guys developed, and I appreciate it. It's that simple.
Last night's game, Jags. Are you a believer in the Jags?
I believe they can continue to be dangerous throughout the regular season and then potentially be a playoff team. I'm not saying they're gonna win a title, but I like how they're playing football right now. Very aggressive.
That pick was crazy. He's never done that. He's never
Insane.
done that in the red zone. What was that?
That was a 99-yarder, right? Pick six.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's football. I mean, that happens. I mean, that's great. That was a great deep.
Kevin, it's never happened. He's never.
But yeah, but it happens in a football game. You can get picked off on the goal line. That's not the first pick six on the goal line, even though Mahomes' first one. But in the game of football, that happens. And great defensive play. You just got to give it up to him. He jumped. Like, the way he jumped to catch, that was ridiculous. So you got to tip your hat to that. But I couldn't say the Chiefs are out. I mean, they just got that culture and that DNA that always keeps them around. And the league, like you said, is wide open. And so many teams, record-wise, who kind of sitting around each other, too. So it's still early, too, man. You never know. Is Rashee Rice back?
Exactly. He's back. I feel like we're putting a lot on Rashee Rice. Like he's some miracle.
No, but I'm not saying he's gonna come in and save the day. But like, you can put things back in place. You know, he's somebody who's a deep threat that can open up things underneath, who can sell the run. Like, you sell the run game a little better with him. Like, it's just a lot of things you probably can do with an extra piece like that.
Chris Jones was getting so much that he deleted his Twitter account. Or deleted Twitter?
Have I? Nah, I haven't deleted it.
Ever?
No, I haven't deleted it. But yeah, if you don't want to keep giving access to these ungrateful ass fans, damn right, Chris, delete that.
Yes, I love that so much. It's so true. Was I right at Fanatics Fest, Kevin?
About?
I asked you about Russell Westbrook, and you were like, shut up. And now the internet is telling me that Russell Westbrook could potentially be a Rocket. Was I right?
I have no clue. I haven't asked anybody about that. I heard that too. I haven't. I don't know. It hasn't been brought to my desk at all. And usually when stuff like that happens, it's pretty loud. But I haven't really heard it outside of
Would that be cool?
Fans on the internet. Yeah, Russ is a legend, and I think he deserves to be in the NBA right now. And I think he deserves to walk out of the NBA on his term. So yeah, that'll be dope. But it's not my decision. It's not my decision. Leaving that up to whoever makes those decisions for now.
How many games of NBA 2K have you played as yourself with the Rockets?
I was actually playing right before. That's probably why I had you waiting for a couple more minutes. I was just getting done my 3-on-3 game on the proving grounds. People who are listening will know what I'm talking about. I know you don't. The people who listening.
I know enough to ask you, are you playing online?
That's the only way to play.
So people can find you. What do you call it?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, kid. Because the people online, they will follow me around all day.
So the season starts in 2 weeks. It's Rockets. It's at Oklahoma City. What is it like that they made that the game? What is it like to know that they kicked off the season? Adam Silver, whoever's making that schedule, like, this is what we're doing because of this one player, pretty much?
I just think that's what you call an impact on the league. I just think I've been around for so long that storyline still has some type of legs for you to be the first game on his new broadcast. I don't know whether to think that's cool or not, but it is what it is. I know what it is. It should be a fun night, though. OKC getting their rings. I'm in the building. Hopefully people, they pan over to see my reaction. That's really what it, them getting their rings is the most important thing, though.
What's your reaction going to be? Have you thought about it?
Like, why?
Happy, right?
I have no,
why it's a
I'm
story.
not happy. I'm not happy or like sad or mad I missed out because I've won the champion 2 of them for one. And then for 2, this was like a decade ago.
You're a legend. Are you honored by that that's like dictating something like that? Is it going to be an honor to play there to open up the season and make history?
Yeah, I just think it's a lot of controversy surrounding my name in Oklahoma City. So it's just like to celebrate the start of the season with that context and that just floating around the game. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's cool or not. You see what I'm saying? Because on one end, you are opening up the season, which is a privilege, which is, I'm grateful to be playing on that night and being the first game that people see in a new broadcast. But it's just like, what storylines may come from this game? I have no clue. And there's some storylines may not involve, celebrating the game, celebrating OKC and what they did last season. Some might involve me, which is unfortunate.
Are you wearing a special shoe for that, potentially? A very special KD shoe, potentially, in 2 weeks?
I just think you might have to just tune in